Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My hair is a little messy, sorry about that for people who care. I have to put it back while I do my makeup because my hair is, yeah. So today, I'm going to be talking about mental illness. Something that is very stigmatized still and people don't really want to talk about. So we're going to talk about that, and then I'm also going to be doing a eyeshadow look using the Modern Renaissance by Anastasia palette. If you've been in the makeup realm reading stuff for the past few weeks, you'll know that there's been a lot of talk about Anastasia's newest palette called Subculture, which I do not have. I really love the colors, and I know a few people who've had good experiences with it, but I've watched so many YouTubers talk about how much they hate it, and so that kind of terrifies me to spend money to get it. So I opted for this one instead because I still hadn't bought it. So I got that one instead. I'm excited to use it. So, mental illness. Let's get started on that. I have a few different mental illnesses. I have a generalized anxiety disorder, and I have premenstrual dysphoric disorder. I have body dysmorphic disorder, and I have seasonal affective disorder. So I'm going to sort of talk about those because those are the ones that I know most about since I am part of those communities, right? And I don't want to talk for other communities or people who are part of, people who have other diagnoses that I don't have that, I wouldn't be a great spokesperson for. But I do want to obviously state that, of course, there are many more mental illnesses than just those ones that I'm going to be talking about. So please understand that. I hope everybody understands that. And let's get going with the makeup before we really dive in. So I already have my face set, if you will. I have my foundation, all that shit on. I know that some people in the makeup world do their foundation last. I just don't know that I can get with that. I don't know. That feels really weird to me. So I do it first, even if I have fallout. I don't really give a shit, I guess, if I have to clean up stuff. I always do anyways because I'm not a fucking makeup artist. So bear with me. Anyways, I will list all of the products below and links to where you can find me and Guerrilla Feminism, which if you're not following, please do. And yeah, I think that's it. So I'm going to open up this beautiful palette. I feel like I should, smell it, even though it does not have a scent. I'm going to take my Spectrum B06 brush. Oh my god, these brushes are so pretty. I love them. And I'm going to go into Tempera. This see, I'm using a different camera, so I'm trying to figure out how to actually do this at the same time, so apologies. I'm going to go into this color though, and just kind of, I should actually use my handheld mirror because this is going to confuse the shit out of me if I look into the camera. So I'm just gonna kind of outline my crease first a little bit, just lightly. I'm not doing a hard, or not crease, sorry. Outline my underneath my brows. I'm just kind of putting this all on my lid, sort of as a base to start. But pretty lightly. I've heard that these shadows are very pigmented, just like the Subculture palette, so a little goes a long way, so you don't really need too much, right? So, mental illness, what should we talk about first? Oh my gosh. Well, I was diagnosed with anxiety disorder when I was 17 or 16, I believe. After some bitches I went to high school with who were my best friends decided to ostracize me from their group because they all bonded one night at some party I didn't attend, and they decided I was a huge bitch, I don't know, and sent me a bunch of hate emails the following day saying, I remember clearly as day what this, they sent me 4 because one from each of them and one from all of them. And the one from all of them started out, hello, Mary Sunshine, how's Queen of the Bitches been doing? Like, and I thought it was a joke. Like, when I first got it, I was like, huh, this is hilarious. What's happening? And then I, you know, read further down and I was like, oh, this totally isn't a joke. Fuck me. Okay. This is fun. And then I went to school the next day and, I mean, in the emails, they had demanded I not eat lunch with them anymore. So, I mean, why would I want to anyways after that fucking shit show of an email? So then I, started eating lunch in the girls' gym locker room, which was really pathetic and sad and whatever. So that kind of was the start of, I also have dealt with depression, obviously, because that was the start of some intense depression I had, as well as really my anxiety disorder. I mean, I think I'm someone who's always had anxiety. I can remember back to being 4 years old and having intense anxiety, like especially health-related anxiety. And so I really feel like, I mean, I've had it since I was a kid, you know, since I was a child. And I'm not sure that any one thing really sparked it, you know. I think that's true for maybe some people, but for me it was, I think, a lot genetic. I mean, as well, of course, as experiences and trauma I've dealt with. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with, it's so hard to show this to you because I don't know what I'm doing, so I apologize. I'm going to go in with Venetian Red. Nope, yep, there we go. This color, very pretty pinkish red. And I'm gonna do that under my eyes. With my It Cosmetics brush, flat edge brush. I probably put way too much. Also, for people saying that this palette doesn't fall out or whatever, like, you're full of shit, because it totally does. A lot. Which, like, I don't give a shit. I expect most eyeshadows to do that anyways, but I'm just saying, people who want to act like, you know, subculture's level of fallout is, like, absurd. Like, I don't know. Anyways, I'm doing this in my lower lash line. We're trying to. We'll see. See how it works. So yeah, back to our topic. Medication, as I was saying, is still really stigmatized, which is absurd. It's 2017, although, you know, look at our current political landscape, especially here in the US, and it makes sense that all this shit we're still dealing with, and it doesn't feel or seem like it's actually progressed all that much, right? Which is unfortunate. So anyways, like, my experience with anxiety, which I do have a podcast with my BFF, Unju, called Dames with Demons. I'll link to it below, where we talk about our mental illnesses. We talk about primarily anxiety because we both deal with anxiety. And we work to destigmatize it. But, you know, people who don't have anxiety have no fucking clue what they're talking about, right? I've had so many people in my life throughout the years say shit to me like, oh, just calm down, which don't ever fucking say that to an anxious person. Or, you know, like, why are you so worried? Or like, it's okay to have some worry or whatever. And it's like, no, I think you're confused. I have the kind of worry where, like, it's all the time. Like, I have a constant level of buzzing in my body as, like, a symptom of my anxiety. Okay, so I'm gonna go in with this kind of brush, also by Beautiful Spectrum Cosmetics. It's so pretty. I'm gonna go in with Venetian Red again and just extend this line here under my lash line, but have it be a bit more precise. I wish I could talk to you all, like, as I was doing this. Like, I mean, I wish I could, like, you know, take questions and shit like I do on Instagram Live. That would be sweet. Anyways, so yeah, PID is a bitch. It's just really shitty. So if you deal with that, I fucking hear you, because I do too, and it sucks. And when you already have, like, this is the thing too, like, when you already have other mental illnesses, I mean, they all feed off of each other. So it's like having one is shitty enough, but then when you have multiples, it's a really fun time. And I am being 100% sarcastic. I hope you know that. But yeah, it sucks. And I mean, really, like, so for what I do for those, I mean, the body dysmorphic stuff, like I said, I don't deal with that too much anymore, thankfully. So I don't really have a plan or practice in place of how I deal with that. All right, so here's my cut crease. It's kind of rough. I don't know how this is gonna go, as I told you. Anyways, let's keep it moving. I'm gonna apply Vermeer. Yes, that's what it is. This color, oops, come on, nope, that way. On top. And by the way, I cut my crease with concealer Shape Tape by Tarte. Oh my gosh. So I'm gonna put this Vermeer right on top of that cut crease. All over it. All the fuck over it. So one thing that I continuously try to do with guerrilla feminism is, you know, continue to bring light to issues of mental illness and mental health, because I think we don't do that enough, nearly enough, as we should. And of course, when you have an enormous stigma, then it makes people feel like shit and that they can't talk about it and they can't be open about it. And so it's really important to me to talk about these issues that I deal with, and that I probably always will deal with, right? Like, mental illness you don't really recover from. I mean, you can get like better over time and you can have more tools and coping mechanisms, but it doesn't go away. So I just really want everybody to know that, like, if you're going through this, like, you're not alone, and you're actually very fucking normal. So yeah. Okay, so next I'm going to apply BareMinerals, what color is this? Cultured Pearl, on my lid, on top of what, again, like over the cut crease area. I'm gonna use this brush, again from Spectrum Collections. Oof, hello Fallout. Hello Fallout, my old friend. I don't know if people here are too young to know that song, but if you know, you know. I mean, I could have put less of this on and that wouldn't have happened. Don't look at me for makeup tips, just don't, because it's not gonna be good for you. Just letting you know about that. Oh, I gotta do some major blending then, because this is getting out of fucking hand. So Cultured Pearl from BareMinerals is on top. And then I'm gonna put this awesome metallic Dusty Rose by Stila. And I have to read how to do that. And we're back. And I'm really glad I didn't do that on camera, because you all would have been waiting a long time and it would have been might have been entertaining for you, but not for me. So this is what my eyes look like. Yeah, they look okay. But applying that foil eyeshadow was kind of a shit show. So whatever. It's over with. Okay, I got the wrong stuff, but that's okay. I don't need it. What I'm gonna do next is apply my mascara, and I'm using Voluminous Feline from L'Oreal. A good drugstore mascara. So back to mental illness. You should let me know in the comments if you all deal with mental illness and how you cope, or how you don't cope, whatever. This doesn't have to be positives, right? Like, we can talk about how hard shit is, because it is. But yeah, let me know below what it is you deal with and how things are going for you, and just, yeah. So my video got really fucked up. I don't know how, but a lot of it was cut. So I hope what is left is helpful. I'm sorry that some of it got cut. This is my final look. I don't have my lipstick on anymore, but my eyes are still good, right? I think so. But lastly, I just wanted to say thanks to all of you who watched, and a special shout out to my Patreon supporters. Thank you so much for financially helping me and yeah, giving me support, etc. It means the world to me. Please like this video, give it a thumbs up, share, etc. if you feel up to it, and let me know what you'd like me to talk about next. I'm thinking about doing maybe a Q&A thing where you guys can all send in questions and I will answer them, maybe, about whatever. And yeah, I will link below where you can follow me, etc. And yep, hopefully the next video I do, since I'm still figuring all this shit out, I won't have lost like half of my video, because this video was going to be a lot longer, so maybe it's just as well that it's not. But oh, laundry's done anyways. I'm gonna go, but thanks for watching.